This time I'm embarking on an epic adventure, joining a group of seasoned motorbike riders who have crossed over 40 countries, but together we will ride beneath the towering peaks of the Everest region and reaching a breathtaking altitude of 5,250 meters. This legendary route, with its rugged terrain and inspiring high-altitude vistas, is a dream for thrill seekers and pilgrims alike, offering a glimpse into Tibet's unique beauty. And for these riders, it's the ultimate challenge, a true test of skill and very important. And with Tibet Vista Tour expertly managing all the logistics, the journey promises to be as smooth as it's unforgettable. Because when it comes to high altitude adventures, the right planning and guidance make all the difference. Welcome to Tibet.
Let's go to Everest!
Good morning and Tashi Delek to all my beautiful people from all over the world. Hope you are having an amazing day. This is Jamyang and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here at Gyirong Border and this is China, and if you cross 50 meters you'll reach to Nepal. And I'm super excited to see my motorbike team which is coming from Nepal, and soon they are going to enter in China.
The Gyirong Border is an important crossing between China and Nepal. After the 2015 earthquake damaged the Zangmu border, Gyirong became a major route for trade and tourism. It has been open to tourists, traders and vehicles since 2017, located in the Himalayan mountains.
And I think those monkeys must be from Nepal and they enter Tibet without passport.
This border relies heavily on porters who carry goods, and many of these porters came from nearby ethnic groups like the Sherpa and Tamang, often from remote villages with a few job options. Their work is tough. They carry heavy loads including food, building supplies and trekking gear, using baskets or straps. Since vehicles can't reach some areas, they walk for days on steep, high-altitude trails to transport goods.
They are over there. Finally, they are coming. That's our group leader, Susan.
Hello, and Tashi Delek.
Tashi Delek Susan. Welcome to Tibet.
So what you are seeing here is our Route 318 that we will follow. Road to Everest must go in your life, 2,500 kilometers in total. So Nepal to Tibet.
So how many riders are you going to take this time? And where are they from?
So this time I have got like 15 riders from Australia.
And every riders are very satisfied and happy that they can finally cross in China. I saw the brands says Royal Enfield. Do you think it's a good bike for Tibet?
Yes, it's a good bike, but in Tibet you don't have a spare parts, so you have to bring all the spare parts.
How powerful this bike is?
So like if you have a look, it's a EFI engine, 500cc. These are 411cc.
Why do you choose Royal Enfield?
Because it's the best option that you get to ride from Nepal.
Oh.
Like other bikes, like big bikes, those are expensive. This one is like in medium range and it's good enough for everyone to ride. These are comfortable and they are good enough to ride even for the off-road and the good road. It works very well.
Before going to Gyirong town, which is 1,000 meters higher than the border, I explained the traffic rules to the motorbike riders. Here you have to ride on the right side, which was different for some of them, and I also reminded everyone to ride safely and get travel insurance because the roads were dangerous. And once we were ready, we started the 24-kilometer ride up to Gyirong. The road was steep, full of potholes and damaged from rain and landslides. Some parts were still being repaired, so we had to go slowly over rocks and sharp turns. As we climbed higher, the mountains felt more wild and remote, a real Himalayan experience. The ride took much longer than we thought, and since we need a special permit for the motorbike tour, we stopped and stayed overnight in Gyirong town before going further.
Here we are going to stay for one night for acclimatization.
But before checking into the hotel, I welcomed each rider with our most sacred tradition, presenting a pristine white kadak scarf. As I wrapped it gently around their shoulders, I offered blessing for their safety, happiness and long life, a timeless wish carried on silk through generations of Himalayan hospitality.
So Susan, what do you think about the hotels in Tibet?
I started coming in Tibet from 2011. Considering from that moment to now, the hotels has become really good. Even now, this hotel is a new one, and it's really good. Like we picked so many hotels. Like now we are going with a big modern one, and every guest loves it. The beds are comfy. Everybody can get a good sleep.
How was the ride in the
What?
Tibet side?
On the Tibetan side, awesome, mate. Yeah.
Because the road seems to be like terrible,
Oh, look, but that's part of it. You want a bit of dirt, you want a bit of bitumen, don't you? So
but you enjoy it, right?
it's pretty boring if it's just bitumen. Yeah.
And after clients check in the hotel, those two young mechanics immediately check how steady motorbikes are and regularly take guarantees for the next day tour.
So guys, as a mechanic, I know that you guys are doing very hard job, and I would like to know that what is the most difficult part of job for you guys while we are traveling in Tibet?
The difficult part is to fixing the altitude problem of bikes, because our bikes is carburetor system, so when they comes in here they easily get the altitude problem.
The bike get altitude problems.
Yes.
Wow.
Because the oxygen level is low over here, so the air pressure is very low. So we
Okay.
have carburetor system, and it needs a jet to get fixed. We need a bigger jet.
Okay.
So that's why the flow of air and fuel get enough, and we have to fix it.
Interesting.
So the higher altitude, once it get flat, everything start cooling down fast. So like the tube and everything get hard.
Oh.
So if you want to fix the tube and everything, it takes lots of time.
So you have to change the tire very fast,
Yes.
right?
So
Which could be
10
very
minutes.
difficult for you guys. I mean, do you have any elevation problem, altitude problem?
Sometimes
Like how fast can you change the tire?
normally we have the spare tire, so when we on the road, if the bike is flat, then we just change the tire, and when we reach in the hotel, we'll fix the flat tire
Okay, so you change on the road and then fix tire when you are in the hotel.
at the hotel.
Great, thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
Everything went perfect.
Gyirong is a stunning Tibetan town nicknamed the Valley of Happiness. Unlike most of Tibet, it sits at just 2,800 meters, making it greener and milder.
And I feel like low altitude sickness.
This lower altitude helps rare wildlife like monkeys and musk deer thrive. The town is a cultural mix of Tibetans, Han Chinese, Nepalese and Muslims.
It's very peaceful, less crowd. Everything is so convenient. There are lots of options of restaurants. You can find here Nepalese, Western style, Chinese, Tibetans, etc.
Its unique location blends Himalayan forest with Tibetan landscapes. Gyirong was also a key Buddhist trade route since the 7th century, so please don't miss the Papalakang temple, a must-see in the town center. And many travelers stay overnight here to adjust to the altitude before heading to higher plateaus.
And the dinner tonight is Nepalese.
Each dish was a masterpiece, perfectly matching everyone's tastes. And as everyone had the last bite of our fancy, flavor-packed dinner, I shared the next day's itinerary. Their eyes lit up as I described the jaw-dropping landscapes. We had explored pristine valleys, misty mountains and trails straight out of a dream. The excitement was electric. For tomorrow's promise, we wrapped up early, hurrying back to the hotel.
Good morning, my brother.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. And how do you sleep?
I slept well, but I'm not sure about them.
And today we have to drive roughly like 350 kilometers till to Shekhar, which is a very beautiful village. And on the way we're gonna see a beautiful lake, Pikutsu Lake, and whole the ranges of Himalaya with Everest, Mount Shishapakma. That's gonna be awesome day. Are you guys ready for 5,000 meter?
And before we continue, I need to remind everyone of one very important thing about riding in Tibet. all roads beyond these points are paved and good, and local livestock compensation rules. If an accident occurs, sheep 2,000 yuan, cow 7,000 yuan, yak approximately about 12,000 yuan. And these are standard fees set by local communities, so please ride carefully, especially near animals.
Wow, looks like they are enjoying their riding. You know, the weather is so mild, so comfortable, and hope they have a happy riding. Any altitude problem? No problem? No. Okay, great. Now it's tea break,
Nice coffee,
Thank you.
beautiful views of lake and mountain.
and I'm sure that they must be really tired of riding bike on this altitude. So that's why they really need a strong coffee to make them more energetic to ride inside the Himalaya. Did you enjoy your riding?
Lovely.
Yeah? How's the pass?
It was beautiful.
Is it?
Scenic.
5,200 meter.
Yeah,
And are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. When you get a view like that, I'm okay with that.
You don't care of altitude
On top
sickness?
of the world.
Great, great. As usual, when they are happy, I'm happy. And now they are enjoying tea with this beautiful view.
Peiku Lake or Pikutsu is one of Tibet's most beautiful high-altitude lakes. Its stunning turquoise waters sit right below the towering Himalayas, creating an amazing view. The lake is located in Nyalam County, part of Shikatse, and covers about 300 square kilometers, making it the biggest lake in the area, and at 4,600 meters above sea level. The thin air can be tough, but the peaceful scenery is worth it. The clear water reflects the snowy mountains around it, including Shishapakma 8,027 meters, the only 8,000 meter peak fully inside Tibet. The lake is also a great spot for bird watching and wildlife, as many animals and birds live here because it's close to Nepal and Sikkim, and it has been an important place for trade for centuries. And nearby the Gyirong port is a major crossing point between China and Nepal.
How many times are you here in Tibet?
Nick, this is my second time.
A second time.
2 years ago, I did exactly the same trip.
Oh, you love Tibet, right?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Did you had any accident in your lifetime, like with a bike?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
We did, right?
Yes. I've had lots of. I was in Vietnam in December, and I came off and cut my arm up, and
Oh my
we
god.
rode. I mean, the traffic is the most dangerous part.
And here at this adventure, it's not only about those beautiful landscapes, but they also can see lots and lots of beautiful wild animals. And right now we are very close to Tingri. It's about like 2 kilometers from here, and from here we actually can see all the ranges of Himalaya with Everest. And you see, that's the way to Everest base camp. But first we are going to Lhasa, and then when we come back from Lhasa, we are entering the Everest base camp. And I'm gonna show you about Everest base camp in my next video. And Tingri village used to be the key stop for pilgrims heading to Holy Mount Kailash and Everest trekkers. And this village have huge change in this 5 years, you know. Before it was not like that. I mean, of course, many of you guys have also seen the real Tingri 5 years ago.
It is very interesting from an agriculture point of view and how people live and how they're rebuilding after the earthquake and how they're so friendly. People are so friendly and it's just fascinating. The mountains are spectacular, but it's what's happening in the valley that I find interesting. Yeah, it's really good.
In this village, tourism is the primary source of income, so most locals run hotels or shops to support themselves. However, they also maintain a semi-nomadic lifestyle, raising sheep, yaks and cows as part of their traditional way of life.
Comparatively, we have so much money, but we're not necessarily happier.
Exactly.
People here have so little, but they're happy and smiling.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't do enough for you, and it's
And we stopped at a local restaurant to try streaming Tibetan yak momos, a quick but delicious meal before hurrying back on the road. We still had a grilling 240 kilometer right ahead to reach Shikatse, the second largest city, so we couldn't linger long.
And from here we actually can see Everest, but I'm not sure that if you can see it from my small camera. And my team member is busy after refueling the gas here, and later we're gonna cross this huge pass over there, you see, with the snow, which is 5,200 meters. And I'm so worried that they'll have a difficult riding, but luckily there's only snow on the mountains, but the roads are absolutely okay. And right now we are here on Gyatsola Pass, which means Ocean Pass, and the elevation here is 5,200 meters above sea level.
Gyatsola Pass is a high mountain spot where the road seems to touch the sky. It's a great place to stop and rest. From there, the drive down to Shikatse is amazing. You go from 5,220 meters high to 3,840 meters. The pass is on the G318 highway, the main road between Lhasa, Shikatse and Nepal. Now we are heading to Shikatse, a city full of culture and beautiful views. Shikatse is ready for us.
Finally we are here in Shikatse, which is second largest city in Tibet, and right now we are here at Tashilumbu Monastery, which is like must-see monastery, the seat of Panchen Lama. And with this awesome chance, let me give you a brief introduction of this beautiful Tashilumbu Monastery.
Tashilumbu Monastery isn't just a monastery, it's a throne of Tibetan Buddhism. But also, the monastery is one of the most spiritual sites, rises majestically in Shikatse, the region's second largest city, founded in 1447 by the great first Dalai Lama. And in the monastery, the enshrined funeral stupas of successive Panchen Lamas are showcased in general. The High Master or Lama in Buddhism are huge respective received from others that they are buried beneath the stupa when they pass away. The monastery is a living symbol of Tibetan Buddhism's Gelugpa tradition. Tashilumbu blends awe-inspiring artistry with unbroken devotion, and our clients seek out history and spirituality that their souls touched by the monastery. During their visit, they asked for recommendations on local dishes and customs. We suggested the best place in the city for authentic food with local Tibetan dance. The restaurant was amazing, a true food lover's dream. The local dishes were just what they hoped for. Finding this small local spot was the highlight. The food was truly authentic and delicious. Everyone loved it. Even as we left, they couldn't stop thinking about the amazing dishes they had tried.
Alright, that's all about today's video. We are here back to Lhasa, and if you want to join this kind of bike tour, please contact us, Tibet Vista. This is Jamyang. Welcome to Tibet. I'm the one who can show you the real Tibet. Bye bye. See you next time.